70% of the world's tropical ice is found in Peru. Here, these water towers are critical water resources that are relied upon by the seasonally dry watersheds below for irrigation, drinking water, and hydropower. As this ice disappears, there's a direct impact on water quality and quantity. And this also affects the local populations in other ways. The destabilizing cryosphere can lead to widespread hazards. And these are intensifying in frequency and magnitude. As these glaciers melt, they form lakes of meltwater below them. Seismic activity and other disturbances to the cryosphere can lead to avalanches, which can create mini tsunamis that can quickly transport water, debris, rock, and ice down valley right into these communities. This has happened over the course of the last century on numerous occasions. In 1970, the town of Yungay was completely destroyed. The rock and ice traveled over 300 miles per hour and claimed over 20,000 lives in the course of a few minutes. This is a wicked challenge, and one that I don't know if I can solve. But there's a technical problem here as well. How do we observe these changes and figure out a better way to predict and mitigate them? That is a good challenge. These mountain ranges are at extreme altitudes, over 22,000 feet. And they're situated on the edge of the Amazon basin, so they're often obscured by clouds. It's difficult to see what's happening through this cloud layer, and it's dangerous to send field teams out to observe these changes firsthand. I like challenges. I grew up here in Ohio, in the shadow of the Wright brothers, right in the heartland of aerospace research and development country. And I was in awe of the astronaut program. I had the opportunity to work at my dad's small engineering company, learning with my hands. And through this experience, I learned that there was no place better than Ohio State University to try to tackle this challenge. Here at Ohio State University, where researchers at the Byrd Polar and Climate Research Center have been observing the loss of ice and the rapid changes that are underway in Peru for decades. I'm grateful to be working with Professor Brian Mark from Geography Department, who's my faculty advisor and runs the Glacier Environmental Change Lab at the Byrd Center. And Dr. Lonnie Thompson on the right, who has spent more time above 18,000 feet than anybody I know. They can both tell you that this is a challenging, hostile environment where it is difficult to send field teams and difficult to figure out exactly what's going on. So my goal was to develop an eye in the sky, a mobile, autonomous aerial system capable of penetrating this cloud layer and flying at heights that haven't been flown at before to figure out exactly what's going on. I started out literally diving through dumpsters here on campus outside the College of Engineering, piecing together parts, building odd platforms. From there, I sent out a flyer to try to recruit student volunteers to help me in this project. And there was an outflow of support. And through this, we were able to build a student team, the Mountain Drone team here at Ohio State University. And thanks to a tremendous amount of support from so many wonderful partners, Gary and Connie Sharp, the Department of Geography, the Innovation Studio, and the Byrd Center, my advisor, Dr. Mark, we've been able to turn obstacles and challenges into constructive learning opportunities that's been invaluable for our development as students and also as future innovators. Have you ever been stumped on a problem that's kept you up till like 3 a.m., 7th pot of coffee, just totally baffled by bore sight and lever arm calibration of laser distance and ranging instruments for mobile mapping systems? I have. When you're on the bleeding edge, there is no textbook for success. I think that's a sentiment that's echoed here today. But one thing that I think is really important is that there is no use trying to grapple with these problems alone in your lab. When I came to Ohio State, I quickly realized that I didn't necessarily need to stay in just the buildings I was taking classes in. I started out in Derby Hall, started working in the Byrd Polar Center, connected with the School of Earth Sciences. We formed a partnership with the Ohio Supercomputer Center, connected with the College of Engineering, and soon formed this brilliant network of cross-campus collaboration. That lever arm calibration, turns out that the world's expert on that is right here at Ohio State, Dr. Charles Toth, and he's been amazingly helpful. And not only helping us with that problem, but connecting us with other resources here at Ohio State. Ohio State has the distance, speed, and altitude record for autonomous aircraft right now. And we were really excited to connect with the good folks at the Aerospace Research Center out at the OSU airport. This has only strengthened our cross-campus collaboration network. And I am so proud of what we've accomplished. And I'm excited to share with you that we've been successful in developing a system, the Ranger system, that is not only cost-effective and innovative, but capable of operating at these extremely high altitudes, carrying modular instrument systems that have enabled us to visualize these changes down to 2 centimeters. Previously, we could only do it at 90 meters. And through this student-led project, we've submitted 15 invention disclosures, with more on the way, and we're making tremendous progress. We are fusing engineering and science advances, not only for the good of the world's environment, but for the good of the world's economy. And I could not be more proud of our team. This summer, we will deploy the Ranger system for the first time in Peru. And regardless of the challenges we face, I know that we're going to come at it with a creative solution. I hope that we can use the data that we collect to empower local decision makers in Peru to do a better job of predicting and mitigating these hydroclimatic disasters. And it's been through local action that we've been able to address a global challenge like this. And that has only been possible through cross-campus collaboration here at The Ohio State University. Thank you.